I welcome you all for this last class on this certificate course organized by GDC Coder. I express my gratitude and once again to Dr. M. Srilata Madam, Principal, GDC Coder, and also Dr. Asha Lata Madam, Faculty of English, GDC Coder, for making me a part of this program and share my knowledge with reference to some of the skills that have been addressed in this course. And this is your last lecture, I think, that you'll be dealing with. Hope you have enjoyed all the lectures and hope it has benefited you. And I once again congratulate the principal and the Faculty of English of GDC Coder for taking up this kind of an initiation to motivate the government, not only the government, all the students who were joined for this course so that it would be a benefit to you all in your future endeavors. And today, as for the last lecture, we are going to deal with career development. Before we get into the developmental aspect of a career, first of all, let us look up into the details of what is a career, what type of careers are available, and how we need to cope up to achieve a good career. I'm going to share you a PPT. And we'll discuss about so when we think about a career, we are to be thinking about these aspects, especially the passion, the skills, and of course, a career should benefit through the financial resources that we would gain. And of course, this particular course has been mainly targeted or mainly focused about the development of various skills that would ultimately make you choose a particular career and see that you succeed in that career or grow in that career, and ultimately become good providers who would go after the passion that they have in life. So let's look up the Oxford Dictionary. What does a career say? According to the Oxford Dictionary, a career is a term defined by the dictionary as an individual's course or progress through life or a distinct portion of life. It usually is considered to pertain to remunerative work. That means the money. And sometimes formal education is also involved. Of course, there are people who choose their careers even without the education. That's a different aspect. But education is a primary necessity in today's competitive world. So a career is traditionally seen as a course of successive situations that make up a person's work life. One can have a sporting career or a musical career without being a professional athlete or a musician. But most frequently, career from the 20th century referenced the series of jobs or positions by which one earned one's money. It tended to look only at the past. As the idea of personal choice and self-direction picks up in this 21st century, aided by the power of the internet and the increased acceptance of people having multiple kinds of work, especially when we refer to the cities or even major towns. Now people are trying to choose multiple works. They are not confined to a single work or job that would fetch them money. The idea of career is shifting from a closed set of achievements like a chronological resume of past jobs to a defined set of pursuits looking forward. In its broader sense, we can say that career refers to an individual's work and life roles over their lifespan. So, according to one's lifespan, that career continues. In the relatively statistic societies before modernism, we know that how in olden days the societies were rather static. Many workers would often inherit or take up a single lifelong position or a place or a role in the workplace or workforce, and the concept of an unfolding career had little or no meaning. Like these traditional careers we talk about, a carpenter's son becoming a carpenter, a farmer becoming a farmer, or a cobbler son becoming a cobbler, like that. These are all relatively static societies and static professions. With the spread during the enlightenment of the ideas, as the modernism has stepped in, so man has become rather enlightened with new ideas, progress of ideas, and the habits of individualistic self-betterment. Careers became possible, if not expected. So people have began to come out of that box of traditional system of careers. And slowly what happened? Career assessments have started. So people started assessing their careers. Assessments are tests that come in a variety of forms and rely on both quantitative and qualitative methodologies. That means with reference to the numbers as well as to the quality. Career assessments can help individuals identify and better articulate their unique interests. Why these career assessments have come into place is that they help in the individuals identifying and better express their unique interests, values, and skills. So these interests, values, and skills are unique to individuals. So it would vary from person to person. So no two individuals will have the same values or interests and skills. So they differ. So it shows that. So career assessments help in identifying and recognizing these set of special interests or values and skills that an individual possesses. Slowly, career counselors, executive coaches, career development centers, and outplacement companies came into existence, and they started administering these career assessments to help individuals to focus their search on careers that closely match their unique profiles. So these development centers are career counselors and our placement cells. In other words, we say nowadays, even in academic arena, colleges or institutions, every institution is now having a placement cell. So these placement cell help in identify the individuals to recognize or to identify their unique interests, values, and their skills that would match with the jobs or professions that are available in the market. That is the challenge in the 21st century. So the first thing is that the individuals needs to rather identify himself or herself. What uniqueness do I possess or do the person possesses when compared to others is very much essential in identifying or in choosing a particular career. So career counseling advises people's interests, personality, values, and skills, and it also helps them explore career options. So if one possesses these qualities, these interests, these values uniquely, then one can try to explore the options that certain careers offer for such unique personalities. Career counseling provides one-to-one or group professional assistance in exploring and discussing and decision-making tasks relating to choosing a major occupation or minor one, or transition into the world of work or further professional training. So this field is vast and includes career placement, career planning, learning strategies, and student development. That's why these career counselings, and of course, as I told you, in every institution nowadays, they have these placement cells. So these placement cells conduct various workshops, conduct tests to test the individuals about their special skills that they possess. And that's why the whole course over this month has focused on various skills that would be made to enhance in the individuals. That's why they are called as skills. So a skill, maybe a person do not possess a skill in the beginning, but a skill can be exercised and can be mastered through exercising, and thus becoming enhanced persons, and thus making oneself rather unique in that particular area of that skill that one focuses on. So by the late 20th century, what happened? A plethora of choices, plenty of choices have come for the individuals to choose their professions. And more widespread education had allowed it to become fashionable to plan or design a career. So in this respect, the career of a career counselor and of the career advisor have grown up. It is also not uncommon for adults in the 20th or later 20th part or early 21st centuries to have a dual or multiple careers. Now it is the stage now. As soon as you finish your graduation or post-graduation, now you can have this kind of a multiple career, choice of a multiple careers where many organizations are offering, either sequentially or concurrently. So one after the other or together, you are allowed to do certain jobs according to the shifts that they provide. So it is rather common nowadays in the 21st century to have that kind of a choice of choosing multiple careers. Thus, professional identities have become hyphenated or hybridized to reflect this shift of work ethic, where you can work more than two jobs. And especially, I remember when I was in China, I was surprised to see that there are many faculties who are working three different jobs. I was wondering then, how is it possible? But later now, I realize now it is possible even in India. People are now in the 21st century. So now that what ethics has changed now. So you are allowed to choose multiple careers according to the time that provides you or that you can provide with, and the space that is available for you to do it. So it cannot be considered as unethical to have two or more careers at one go. So according to economist Richard Florida, he notes this trend generally and more specifically among the creative class. That's what that uniqueness. Not all people are creative enough. So those who are such natured, that unique skill that you have, that creativeness that you have. So such creative class can only go for this kind of choice of multiple careers, according to Richard Florida, a famous economist. He points out that. So now when we look at some careers, we have teaching careers, we have doctors, professionals, we have engineers, we have writers, professional writers, fashion designers, musicians, composers, even singers, as nowadays even singing has become a profession. And of course, you have police professionals, businessmen, scientists, you have astronauts, people who wish to study about or work in it as an astronaut in NASA or in ISRO, sports as a career, artists as a career. So that is the present scenario. So present strategy of choosing a career. So what is it? How is it? Let's look. Nowadays, people are choosing career mainly on the basis of earnings. So how much do I get? What is the returns that I would get? That is the most uh, aspiring aspect that many people are looking today. Most students and even their parents are going for engineering career. So they think that that's what a little embarrassing to say that we in India, we have this kind of an attitude, what we call it as a herd instinct. So that is carry on. And of course, it is all cyclic. Sometime it would time in only the true color upon the minds of the individuals to see that they stop going to after this herd instinct. I think mostly by 2021, this instincts would change. So as of now, people mostly choose engineering career as a right option because the option for software jobs. So if you do any engineering course, especially with CSC and IT, you become a software engineer. And since this software jobs are more paid jobs, so people are running after it. So that trend would change within a short time. I hope so, and I do so. I do wish to so because that is not a good way of choosing a career. Of course, money is needed, but money is not all the thing that matters. Knowledge matters the most. And I remember one writer, I forgot his name, but one writer saying that any stupid who can count 1 to 10 can become a software engineer. That means you don't require such a high education to become a software engineer. So be mindful that this is a trend that would change soon. But as of now, that is what is like. So this is because of the high salaries, as already said to you. But choosing a career purely on base of money is not the correct way. People are going after mad after software engineering only because of money. And recently we observe even many advertisements are coming about children being asked to join in coding classes. What nonsense is it? Children who are to go and play out, coding is nothing but solving a problem. So they are made to go out, observe, play with others, observe the world, how it is, identify the problems or look at the problems, and they learn to solve the problems, not by coding. That's what most scholars feel. So that trend is going to change, I hope, and I wish so. But people are going after mad software engineering, but people are forgetting the basic aim of engineering. So engineering, we have all these fields. There is a very basic need to see that good energy, good mechanics, good gadgets are produced. All these things are there. So I'm not going to touch upon this engineering technology and use of technology, but I'm just referring to you about how the real engineering is very creative in creating all that required technology for the growth of humanity. It's not for just software jobs, remember. I'm not talking about all this chemical engineering or aircraft engineering. So all this engineering, the real engineering is to build the humanity to reach success in every sphere of knowledge. So today we are talking about technology, advancement of technology, and many new fields are gaining prominence in the new branches like computer engineering, software engineering, nanotechnology, molecular engineering, mechatronics, and lately even microbiology, biotechnology, biosciences, bioengineering. All this internet, networking, all these fields, when you think about all these fields, they exist. For each of these fields, there exists considerable overlap, especially in the areas of the application of sciences to the disciplines such as physics, chemistry, and mathematics. So now we have come to a stage where that overlapping, in other sense, we can say that uh, there is a combination of management and engineering, combination of civil engineering and maybe mechanical engineering. So now interdependency of the subjects have come. That's why people are looking for such people where they can manage two things together. So nowadays people are forgetting the core branches of engineering. They're giving more importance to software engineering just because of higher salaries. This should change. This way of choosing a career may work for the sake of money, but choosing a perfect career to share your knowledge, this is not going to help at all. So now the question is, how do you choose a perfect career? So to choose a perfect career according to the choice of the individual, so individual should identify the passion. If you have passion towards such a particular job, so if you choose that job, it should give you satisfaction. Then if you have just passion without skill is no use. So what skills do you have in order to fulfill your passion? So if you use your passion, you identify your skills and use your skills, that would bring you fame. It would give you good name. It would make you famous. And automatically, as you become famous, you earn your money. With money, comforts, luxuries in life would automatically come to you. So that's why it's very important for you to identify a job that creates passion to you, and the passion should give you satisfaction. And along with your passion, the skills that would demand for that particular job. So if you possess those skills, or if you lack those skills, you need to improvise. As I said already, skills can be enhanced. And when you enhance your skills, you would be working well, you will achieve your fame. And the next thing is money automatically. If these two go together, money would automatically come to you. So choosing a good career is that your passion, your skills and money. So you reach your ultimate pinnacle, that is you succeed in your life. So when you choose a job with a passion and the skills that would make you to fit into that particular job, then comes the next step of development in the career. So nobody wants to be at one stage. As I told you, maybe the traditional jobs where earlier times people were static, professions were static. But in today's world, in every profession, people wants growth. Organizations want growth. So career development is necessary. So to achieve career development, you have to look at these four aspects. First of all is know yourself, what you are. What are your values? What are your interests? What are your strengths? What are your traits that you have? And what are your ambitions? So you are in a particular job, in a particular career. In that career, how are these things working for you? Your values, your interests, your strengths, your traits, and your ambitions. Then you can explore the options available for you in that career. So you need to do some research in that occupational area where you are rendering your service, your industry trends, and what options do you have for your education or for your degree that you possess. So you need to do some research. You need to explore whatever steps that are going to be there for you in this particular occupation when you are occupying that particular career. Will there be growth? So you need to do some research. Then what are the industry trends that are available for this kind of a job that I have chosen? And with my qualification, what other career options do I have? So after you explore and do some research, you can get focused. Then you can come out with some action plan. You can set certain goals. Okay, within these 5 years, this should be my short-term goal. Maybe for 10 years, this should be my long-term goal. So to achieve my short-term goal, how am I going to plan out my action to achieve these goals? Or a decision has to be made whether you need to be in that particular job or in that particular organization, or do I need to shift from one organization to the other organization? What options do I have? So a decision, you have to arrive at a decision. Then you have to take an action. How much of experience do I have to gain in order to grow further? You need to go for a new job. What job search? You have to search for the new jobs for your higher growth or higher career development. Connect with employers and see how much you can achieve the growth. So if you focus on these areas in your present career, knowing yourself, exploring the options, getting focused on the research that you have done, and taking action on the outcome of your research by setting certain goals, planning for certain action, and making certain decisions, you gain experience, you search for new jobs, connect with employers, and see that you grow in your career. This is very much essential. And there's an acronym that says that you have to have SMART goals. So specific goals, which are rather measurable, which are rather achievable, which are rather realistic. You set forth certain goals which should be achievable. You don't set forth goals which are unachievable, not achievable. And they should be realistic and time bound. So all these things you need to rather self-evaluate. That's why they are called as SMART goals. So let it be specific. You cannot have a broader sense of goals. Be specific. Focus on a specific goal that you think that you can achieve. And let it be a measurable goal. So how much of it you can achieve? What quantity of it and what quality of it can you be achieved? Is it really achievable? If so, how? Reality of the achievability, realistic. Is your goal really a realistic, honest one that you can achieve? And what's the time frame that you can think about achieving that goal? And for all of this, it is the self-management that involves in one's career management and career growth. So self-management, what are your achievements? What are the skills and abilities that you possess that you have enhanced? What personal values do you possess? What are your interests? And what are the disabilities, or you can say the hurdles, the obstacles that lie upon in your path to reach your goals or values or abilities to enhance your abilities? And what are your personal family circumstances that encourage, sometimes even family circumstances discourage you, oppose you? So if one learns to self-manage all these things, one can really focus on achieving the career growth as well, development as well. So no growth is a short growth. We have many examples. Example like a life of Rahman, A.R. Rahman's life itself. I have just a glimpse of his life here in the slide. You can read through. I'm not going to read through all the details. So, a musician, a born musician, how he has become a greatest world-renowned musician today, who has won Oscars. And you have a famous writer who chose her career as a writer, J.K. Rowling. Probably you remember most of the movies that are made from her stories. Do you remember them? Anyone of you have a guess? Harry Potter, yes. All Harry Potter movies are based on Rowling's books. You can read through the slide of her achievements. And we have our own Ambani group, Dhirubhai Ambani and his sons. How now Mukesh Ambani stands tall amongst the world richest persons today. So their life, how they have chosen their careers. Google founders, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, and their life, how they began their careers, how they choose their path to succeed. Our own Kalpana Chawla, who became an astronaut, and of course, the accident of a NASA Challenger, where she sacrificed her life, but still she is a renowned astronaut who succeeded, who comes from rural India in Punjab, who climbed to the topest level of her career, became an astronaut, went into space twice, and the second, of course, her second journey was an accident where she lost her life, but still she is an inspirational figure. And we have some young creative minds. Ritu Bird, a fashion designer, and her life, how she has chosen fashion designing as her career. And of course, well-known cricketer Tendulkar, Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, how he had passion for cricket from his childhood, and how he surpassed even Sir Donald Bradman. And when one became world number one and became one of the topmost players of the game around the world. Of course, you can read through as time permits. I'm not going to read through how these people, and of course, our own director, Sekhar Kamula, who had a passion for movies, making movies, how successfully he became a director by his movie Happy Days in 2007, how he has chosen that path. So all these people that I'm giving you example, and of course our own former president, late Shri Abdul Kalam ji, how he started his career as and became a missile man from an engineer to a missile man, and now the highest pinnacle that he has reached to become the Bharat Ratna by becoming the president of India. So all these people, they had passion. And of course, Mother Teresa, though not born an Indian, became a true Indian to serve the needy by establishing the missionaries of charity in Calcutta, India, and how she has chosen the passion in her to serve the poor and the needy. She's also become a Bharat Ratna. Likewise, you have many, many more people who have run, who had that passion and had those skills, or if they lacked those skills, they enhanced their skills. And of course, they succeeded in their lives. So, my dear students, as this is your last class, I hope you have all learned something through this course, made yourself to enhance your skills so that you choose your careers and Don't be static in a career. Become creative minds to become multiple choosers of multiple careers and become successful. Go after your passion, enhance your skills, and be successful in life. God bless you all. And once again, my best wishes to GDC Coder people for undertaking this kind of a course that would really benefit many students, many more to come in the days ahead. God bless you all.